So then you have that slowly starting. Wait, the bend starts. Maybe does a bend start here? So then you have that. Now this is a smoother action. Now look at that. We're not getting the popping in the same way that we were before, just because we addressed that knee issue. So you just got to be wary of that, you know, when you're going. Starts to straighten, it starts to bend there, and it's bending, and then it's forward. Okay, so I'm just going to save again and version up. 2. Okay, save as. Right. Now I'm going to have a quick look in this view. So we've got this so far. It doesn't look that much like what we're looking at now. So let's have a look at this drawing again. Now you can see that his feet are quite far out. You know, there's his feet are out this direction. So we're going to move it. Actually, we won't move out like that. We're going to take this, and I'm going to go in the orthographic front view, and I'm just going to rotate this foot around a little bit in the Y, so it's like this, so he's more flat-footed. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of these keys. In fact, to get rid of all those keys, and then go back to the perspective view. Perspective. So I've got a kind of, maybe I'll rotate this around even further. So yeah, he's going like that, and then so look at this again. So we've got that. It kind of straightens up a little bit in this, and then it twists, yeah, in the kind of opposite direction. So that's okay there, but I think I'll put it. What will happen is when his foot hits the ground, I'll straighten up a wee bit. So you got that, and then just before 13, I'm gonna twist it round again a little, yeah. So we've got that. Now there are controls in this. There is ball twist, which kind of does this as well. I mean, I could. Actually, maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this with a ball twist instead, because his foot's on the ground. I think I'm going to use the ball twist for this. So I'm going to, instead of going to rotate Y, I'm just going to zero this out initially, and I'm going to get rid of all these keys, and I'm going to do this with the ball twist. I'll use that instead. I'm trying to use these controls, the twists, just when the foot's on the ground, because I think they may be a bit easier to use rather than using the general Y rotation. I mean, you have to work out what's going to work for you. Anyway, so I'll take this, the ball twist, and I'm going to rotate this around just by clicking on it and dragging with the middle mouse button. So I'm going to twist it here, and let me see, where's that ball twist? Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that key there, and that key, those keys, or whatever it is. Right, so I've got one key of the ball twist, and then I'm going to go down like that, and then I'll maybe turn it around a little bit. So when his foot, maybe a bit less than that though. So his foot's like that, and then when he comes back up again, same frame 11, keep it the same. I'm going to twist it a bit into 13, so the other way. Whoop. Maybe a little bit like that. So we got that. I'll have it roughly the same place as this one. 13, and then I'm going to do the same thing where I copy this, go to frame 25. So I'm copying this, the ball twist from this at this, and put it onto the 25th and go paste. Now, of course, what that's doing is it interpolating all the way from here. Let me see, what does that look like? I may actually have this coming out even further as his foot. Let's have a look at the drawing. Oh, I hate the way it keeps on doing this. So yeah, so the foot, I might have the foot swing out, yeah, maybe a bit more sideways, so I'm going to take a bit of it off as his foot's coming up. So you've got this kind of action, that, okay? So this is what it looks like so far. And, you know, in terms of where he is, if looking from the front, my tendency is normally to put the feet slightly into the center. Turn the grid off. Very slightly. So your feet tend to be slightly closer to the middle of under your body. So I'm going to pull this in just a little bit, so it's not sticking down, just a bit forward, so like this. Okay, so let's have a look at this so far. Now, another slight pop in the leaves. That boom. And then there's a stretch there, which looks a bit weird. So you got the knee broken there. It stretches into this. This is a bit strange, so we don't want this. We want this to be a smooth motion, up and down. Yeah, see this? That's the leg at its normal extension, and it kind of really crack. You know, it essentially Spider-Man's into this. We want this making an arc. So if I was to show the where is it? The animation. If I go to the visualize editable motion trail and show it, yeah, there's something. This is almost traveling in a straight line, which is not what you want. So I'm going to go back to our drawing again, using that as a reference. 22, 25. Okay, so I want to kind of maybe rather than having this, maybe part of the problem is I want this more like that. It's like more of a bend in the knee. I want the straightening happening here, not here. I don't want this leg straight here. And I may also be inclined to maybe just pull this up a bit, and oops, so we got a bend here, which is nice. We got the bend, and that feels less incongruous to me. Yeah, see, you're not having the popping there anymore. You want to get some nice shapes like popping, so that's better. Okay, a couple more things we're going to do. One of them is this bit here. You notice I want to land the foot on the ground with a bit more force, so I don't want the speed trailing off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these tangents again with this, and I'm just going to raise this up a bit. Now I'm going to see what happens. Maybe I can even get rid of this key and it will still work. So 24, the leg's still bent. I'm going to raise this a bit further, so we're going to get more of a stamp. So he's going to go like, I don't want too much, just maybe a little bit. So maybe something like that. Okay, so let's just say we're good with this so far. Yeah, we're gonna use this, and what we'll do is we're gonna refine this and go through it and change things that we think need changing, and we can always keep on exaggerating as we go. Okay, so we're gonna take this, and now we're gonna select everything, all 25 frames from this controller. Copy, go to this one, and then just go paste. And of course all his feet, they line up together, minus the translate, which I'm going to have to pull in a little bit in the opposite direction. Where is it? I'll pull it in there. Oh, whoops, there we go. That looks about right. Maybe there. Oh yeah. Seems to be a lag on this. Anyway, so there we go. So we got the feet going like this, which of course that's not a walk. And then I'm going to go back to perspective, and I'm just going to take this, which is the one I haven't, and I'm going to slip this one. First I go to view, make sure it's on infinity so I can see the curves, and then I just go curves, pre-infinity cycle, curves, post-infinity cycle. Now I'm going to take these, the mid-frame of this, remember if you look at your drawing, the mid-frame is 13, that's the midpoint, yeah? These are the extremes here. Sorry, this is like the extreme end. These are these extreme breakdown poses. So 13 is the midpoint. I go to 13 here, and I'm just going to shift all this. So we have him walking. Okay, so let's have a look at this. This is when you start to see if it's walking backwards. Okay. So we've got a bit of a stamp there, stamping up and down. We can always change this. You have to soften this. Okay, so the first thing I notice, Sometimes you need to get let me see. How's the balance looking? Okay, that looks okay. Well, we want to have a lot more up and down, I think, on this controller. So let's see. We're gonna change this. So I'm gonna go into this. Up it comes again. It's taking a while. There we go. Right. So when I'm going down on 4, so 4 is where he drops down. It's not just up and down. So on 4, which is here, we're going to have him dropping down even further. So on 4 he's going to pull down. He's going to go down on 4, yeah? And I'm going to loop this just so I can see what it looks like. So curves, pre-infinity cycle, curves, post-infinity cycle. This is always good because like I can see that this tangent's wrong. If I want this to follow, I've got to kind of loop it up like this, you know what I'm saying? So, and likewise, this one is wrong too. And if I go like this, look, we've got this nice smooth curve. So he's going to go down, sorry, down. I'm going to drop this down further. This is when you start seeing what you need to do. And I have to drop it on both sides. Remember these keys for it to line up after all. So I'm going to drop it all, select all these, and I'll drop them down a bit. So we get more of that. I want to try and push this, see how much we can go down. Now it might affect the knee, but we'll deal with that. Down. I don't want that knee bending there. So we got interesting. So yeah, okay. So we go. So knee bends here, straightens up, and then bends again. Bends here. Let's pull this down. So I'm going to pull this further down. See how far I can go. Yeah, I'm trying to push this as much as possible. Okay, now this is where, wow. Yeah, we got a bit of a, alright, okay. So I'm going to copy this, 4, copy, and I'm going to go to the place of 4, the other place is 16, and I'm going to do this. Now, of course, if you're using your own drawings, sorry, your own reference to do this, like reference that you've got from the TV or something, or something you've got from YouTube, you know, you're going to have to work out where these extremes and different points are. But so we've got kind of stamping up and down. Okay, I may also push this further. See, I'm going to grab hold of these two. Right, I'm just going to pull this up. There we go. I might be inclined to push this even further in the down and more in the up. So let's see, where does he start to stretch again? So stretching. Here we go again with this thing where it's trying to show me something else. So he's really stretching. He's stretching. This is strange. Where's the other one I've got? Where's it gone? 1 second. I think I put it on my desktop, which for some reason I'm not able to get onto just now. Let's minimize this a second. Okay, here it is. Exaggerated walk. Okay, should be coming up any minute now. Yeah, so he